Beavers are known for building dams, but how do they know how to do it? Scientists have been researching beaver behavior and have found that they use a complex process of trial and error. They build a dam by placing sticks in the water in order to dam up the stream. If this doesn't work, they will try something else until they find a way that works. Appearance. The body of the beaver is rather stout, and it has a thick neck, big head, short, rounded ears, quick hands, webbed feet, and a flat tail. The two layers of the reddish-dark brown waterproof fur are made up of a softer lower layer and an upper layer made up of more protective guard hairs. The back foot of the beaver also possesses a unique claw that serves as a comb for brushing its fur. In order to survive in its native habitat, the beaver has evolved a whole set of adaptations. The sharp teeth, which are fortified with trace minerals and iron, giving it an orange color, have a slight backward curve with which it can easily cut down trees. The big, flat, leathery tail serves multiple purposes. It stores excess fat for the winter, provides a useful warning to others when slapped in the water, and braces the body against the ground as it chews into trees. When it's submerged, the beaver's ears, nose, nictitating membrane, essentially an additional eyelid, and lips behind the teeth can all be closed off to prevent water from entering its body. Propelled by their hind feet, beavers can swim through the waters at around 8 km/h. The beaver is the second largest rodent in the world, behind only the capybaras. Head to rump, it can grow up to 120 centimeters long, with an additional 25 to 50 centimeters comprising the tail. The beaver is about the same size as a medium dog, weighing between 10 and 29 kilograms. The Eurasian and North American beavers are quite similar in appearance, but you can definitely notice some subtle differences between them. The North American species is slightly smaller in size. It also has a narrower head and a more oval-shaped tail. Despite people's best efforts, the two species cannot be hybridized together, perhaps because they carry a different number of chromosomes. Behavior. The life of the beaver revolves around small family groups of about 8 closely related individuals, called colonies, that forage, build dams, and raise the young together. These family bonds are reinforced and strengthened by grooming and play. But beavers are as equally intolerant to outsiders as they are friendly toward family members. These territorial animals will aggressively defend their land from outside intruders. They mark their territories by creating conspicuous mud piles laced with secretions. Once a threat approaches, the beavers will slap their tails on the water, which serves as a warning to interlopers and a signal to family members nearby. If they are in particular danger, then the beavers will escape into the water and hide in their lodges. Scent is an integral part of the beaver's communication skills. They produce urine-based castoreum oil from their anal gland, which some say smells like musky vanilla, for the purpose of marking territory and identifying other beavers. They also mix this oil with their fur to make it waterproof. Verbal calls are not a huge part of their communicative repertoire, but they do make low groaning noises. Beavers are rarely seen during the day, except around the dusk hours. They accomplish almost everything at night when predators are less likely to spot them. Unlike many other mammals, beavers do not hibernate for the winter, but instead prepare meticulously for the sparse winter months by building up fat stores and food caches. Habitat. As the name suggests, the North American beaver has a massive range that extends through most of Canada, the United States, and parts of Mexico. It was also later introduced into Finland. While the range of the Eurasian beaver extends through parts of Europe, including the United Kingdom, and into Central Asia. They are found exclusively in freshwater ecosystems, such as streams, lakes, ponds, and rivers with heavy woods and shrubs. Diet. Beavers are herbivorous foragers that have specialized microorganisms in their gut to break down very tough cellulose from plant matter. In order to cope with the coldest parts of the year, the beaver may store their food below their lodge to last through the winter. Even if the water is frozen over, the beaver can still access the food stores without any problems. The beaver's diet varies by the seasons. In the spring and summer months, the beaver feeds on leaves, grasses, sedges, roots, and herbs. During the fall and winter months, they switch primarily to bark and wooded plants. The North American beaver seems to favor poplar, beech, alder, maple, and aspen trees. This clever creature has the ability to create a canal leading from the food source back to the dam. Predators and threats. The beaver has been historically threatened by habitat loss and trapping. For many centuries, they were hunted on an enormous scale for their fur, meat, and oil. After numbers declined in Europe, the beaver fur trade became an integral part of the colonial economy in the Americas and reached its height at some point in the 19th century, when more than 150,000 pelts were hunted a year. Since then, the decline of the fur trade has removed an enormous source of population pressure from the beaver, which has enabled it to recover. What eats the beaver? The beaver is commonly preyed upon by mountain lions, wolves, coyotes, foxes, eagles, and even sometimes bears. But the loss of some predator populations has made it easier for the beaver to survive in the wild. Reproduction and lifespan. The beaver is known as a faithful partner that will form exceptionally strong long-term monogamous relationships with a single mate. If its mate dies, only then will the surviving mate seek out another partner. However, a 2009 genetic study revealed some unusual facts about the beaver's reproductive strategy. Much like humans, they may also engage in some promiscuous short-term relationships whenever the opportunity arises. Beavers mate once every year between January and March in northern climates, and between November and December in warmer climates. The female will prepare to give birth by creating a soft bed in the lodge, where she uses her tail as a birthing mat. After a gestation period of around 3 months, the mother produces a litter of 1 to 4 kits at a time. These kits are born with a full coat of fur, open eyes, and the ability to swim. They receive thorough education, as well as protection, from both parents to prepare them for the rigors of adulthood. After about 3 more months, they are weaned by their mother and begin to rely fully on solid food. Most young stay with the parents for the first 2 years of life to help with infant care and dam building, and then become sexually mature the year after. Beavers have a life expectancy of about 10 to 20 years in the wild. Population. According to the International Union for Conservation of Nature Red List, both the Eurasian beaver and the North American beaver are considered to be species of least concern. It is estimated that 6 to 12 million beavers live in North America and another million in Europe. By the turn of the 20th century, after many years of heavy hunting, the beaver had disappeared from many parts of its former territory. Numbers have improved since hunting ceased, but they are not yet back to their former height. Why these animals have dammed a river? Like no other animal on the planet, the beaver marshals enormous resources to construct its signature dam. This engineering project usually takes place in the summer or early fall, when the beavers cut down trees and shrubs with their teeth and then transport the material in their mouths to the site of their house. They pile up the sticks in the direction of the water flow and then stuff them with grass and mud. Whenever there's a leak or structural problem, the beaver will strive to repair it as quickly as possible. The purpose of the dam is to create a sustainable aquatic environment in which they can build a lodge. These elaborate homes serve as a kind of island fortress on the water. They have a central chamber and 2 underwater entrances that predators cannot access. But if for whatever reason the beaver is unable or unwilling to construct a dam on the water, it still has the ability to live in a den near the bank for protection. One of the more remarkable facts about these lodges is the way that they alter the flow and level of the surrounding water. According to National Geographic, they can increase the amount of open water, which reduces droughts and improves the viability of wetlands by up to 600%. Unfortunately, the beaver can become a nuisance by accidentally damming up human-made streams, which can cause unwanted flooding. The beaver dam is one of the great natural wonders of the animal kingdom. A symbol of industry and work ethic, this semi-aquatic rodent can alter the surrounding landscape as a way to protect itself from dangerous predators. The beaver is regarded as a keystone species everywhere it lives because the dam has positive effects on the rest of the environment. Because of this, it's crucial that beaver populations rebound from centuries of overhunting. The largest beaver dam ever discovered was in Wood Buffalo Park in Alberta, and it was almost half a mile long. It was believed to be a multi-generational undertaking. That's all we have for you today. Thanks for watching.